Week 12 of the National Football League. And this one features the Saints' speedy running back. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Saints and the Falcons coming up next.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And last weekend, they put one out in a very low-scoring affair. It was all about their defense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, the beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the camp. Underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Here's Ritter now to throw on their first play. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Yellow, line, black swap, Smith, red.
Ritter off to play fake. And complete to Drake London. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ritter headed right off the option. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. This defense for the Saints very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Green, check, pink, yellow, line.
Ritter now. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Drill 52. Hut.
Robinson. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. First down, here's Mitchell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Wheeler. Catch made here by Campbell. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. 7-7, our score after one. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wheeler. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking up one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Third catch in this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Ready?
Ritter to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Here's Ritter. That is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Back to throw, Ritter. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Ritter throwing on third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Wheeler. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
First down, Saints.
Off play action, Wheeler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And the Saints, first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's another one complete to Mitchell. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Campbell making the catch. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
First down, New Orleans.
Back to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Red, yellow. 52 plastic. Watch out now. 50 fury. Ready?
Once more with Mitchell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Ready, ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. That pass taken in by Burks. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready,
Line
ready.
of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey.
Ritter. Checks this one down to Robinson. Now whistles in a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Smith red. Blue check. Switch yellow. Check hut.
Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. That one behind his receiver and incomplete. So we have reached past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock. for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Well, the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Another run with Mitchell. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Wheeler. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Operating from the gun, Wheeler into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Ritter's throw is on target to Burks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Ritter back to throw. He gets it to Burks again. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now this one complete on the slant route. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Trailing Burks. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, New Orleans.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter.
Let's go.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Wheeler. To the right side. It's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Wheeler. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Okay, right.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. Check pink, yellow, lining, black swap.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And brought in downfield by Burks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ritter now on 2nd down. And a dump off here to Robinson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down, big play. Here's Ritter. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Mitchell going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
Let's go.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Come on, 38. Black Ultra. Ready?
Back to throw. Wheeler. And he just chopped that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Wheeler flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now Ritter and the Falcons down 24-14. A little over a minute and a half remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down.
Here we go.
Ritter looks to throw it. Pass complete to Robinson. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need. Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Right, 97. Check, huh?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Saints 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game.
Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Here we go.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Back to throw, Ritter. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Throw out wide is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were spurred on by a strong performance.
It's Week 13 of the National Football League. And this one features the Saints' rocket arm quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Saints and the Panthers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
And we welcome all of our viewers. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They go play action here on first down. There's Chris Olave. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Saints first down.
Off play action. Wheeler. He finds his man complete. It's Fox. Touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Smith, red.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Saints very strong in that victory a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Opposite, green, check, pink, yellow, one.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
The CD, this. 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
On 1st and 10, Wheeler. He finds his man complete. That's Fox. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
The numbers last week for Mitchell. 15 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Field flat.
Looking to throw. Wheeler escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
The kick by Lutz is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10 as they've got it as we resume action. Young looks to throw on 1st down. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Touchdown, Carolina! Jonathan Mingo, 54 yards. And the Panthers are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Saints.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Ready, set.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Young on first down.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
They'll throw again. Young. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Young. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Jackrabbit, jackrabbit. Ready.
throwing on first down. Wheeler. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Wheeler, he's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
To finish now on 1st and goal.
Ready.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Panthers 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Ready, break.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Cut.
To throw, Young. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. Young to throw it. Short pass caught by Henry. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Check pink, yellow, lining, black swap.
1st and 10, Young. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw on 2nd down is Young.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yellow, lining. Ready?
Now Young.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Holding, offense.
Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Will Lutz to kick off
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. But the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It's a second down run with Sanders. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Young now.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position now more than ever is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Set, ready.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Panthers 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready.
Young working out of the gun.
He completes this one to Mingo.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 41-yard line.
Young to throw it.
Open man is Mingo, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Young's pass.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now 2nd and 5.
At the Saints' 41-yard line.
Ready.
Young will set to throw.
That's caught by Mingo, right side.
90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
That's another Panthers first
Black
down.
rock. Smith red. Blue check.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. And we're back now in Charlotte.
Here we go.
It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Green. Check.
Out of the gun, it's Young.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
A first down throw for Young. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
At the 17-yard line.
Cut.
Young.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Ready.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's Young. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Come on. Set. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. A handoff from Mitchell running left.
And some room to roam now. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down, Saints.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Okay. Right.
2nd down and 8.
Drill. 52. Cut.
Off the play fake. Wheeler. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw. Wheeler. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
On 4th down, Wheeler. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing, Young. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds after a short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Young. And his throw here's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Young on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, lining, black swap, Smith, red.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
38.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Off play action. Wheeler. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, 31 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Short pass caught by Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Young. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Young's throw pulled in by Robinson here. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Young now from the 50. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This one swung out here to Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Again, it's Young. To the sideline and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Set, ready.
4th down, Young. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Blue strike.
Operating from the gun. Wheeler. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.
It's Week 14 of the NFL, and this one features the Saints' rocket-arm quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Saints and the Lions. All that and more coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
This taken in right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And here come the Saints for their opening drive.
Ready.
And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sight set on another big game right here.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Operating from the gun. Wheeler, he's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Ready.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I bet we don't call him rookie.
Touchdown, New Orleans! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And the numbers for Gibbs from last week: 15 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. McGee. And his throw is incomplete.
When you look at the Saints defense,
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 3rd down, McGee. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
There he goes, right side.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Okay.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Throwing again. Wheeler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them humbling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
To throw on 3rd down. Wheeler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
On fourth down, Wheeler. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and the Lions will take over. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
When you look at the Saints' defense,
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. McGee. And that is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over first and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Wheeler.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Ready?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Ready? Right, white. Set.
Looking to throw. Wheeler. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Fox. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Ready?
They go play action here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Fox. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. That'll bring up 2nd and gain of 5.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Red, yellow. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now in the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, McGee.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. McGee.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers in the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. McGee.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're...
And now off to the races down the right side.
Inside the 20.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league. and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Let's go.
On first down, McGee. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McGee. And the pressure gets to him again.
Isaiah Foskey
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go. Fight 60. Ready?
A final shot before break. Wheeler. His throw incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. McGee. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Let's go, fellas.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, McGee. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Off the play fake, Wheeler. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Wheeler. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field. Give them nowhere to throw the football. And get off the field on 3rd down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Here we go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. This is 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibbs. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
52 blaster.
Throwing to start the drive. Wheeler. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. A give here to Mitchell. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This now a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. McGee. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. McGee. And that's caught at the 25. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Here's a 2nd and 8. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. Back to throw. McGee. And he wisely will throw that one away. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Gibbs again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Ready, set.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now it's Miller running right. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Go red. Set, huh?
First down, here's Mitchell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Lutz with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. 5 plays there on that drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Off-play action. McGee, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. McGee, and the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Operating from the gun, McGee.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Check White. Ready?
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Flight food. Ready?
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Ready.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Set. Go.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense.
now.